They're 6-2. They are one of the turnarounds of the season. Everything going right for the Blues, including after a year where you were hard and critical on him, but I think but fair upon Patrick Cripps. He's probably the best player in the competition again.
I'm in awe of what he's doing, and he was tagged yesterday by Jackson Haley. This is a goal he kicked early on in the game, and I just love this emotional response. This is what Wayne Carey used to do. This is what the great captains used to do. He's like, you want to come and tag me? Good luck. And he made him know, and that's early in the game, but then he backed it up. Pause this here. He's getting tagged. He makes a 2-on-1 on Ben Keys, which means there must be a free Carlton player somewhere. Look at it. It plays out. He gets involved. The free Carlton player that eventuated from this stoppage is Nunes, because he was selfless enough to make a 2-on-1 at stoppage. Nunes bobs up and kicks the goal. So he's doing that team-orientated stuff. And then he's just doing this. No one in the game is doing this. Like, he's an absolute bull at the moment, selfishly dishing off. He's inspirational at the moment, and he's playing as good as I've seen from any captain ever.
And some bad habits are gone, haven't they?
Yeah, I just think...
Good as any captain's ever played.
I think,
better than Wayne Carey.
I think his 8-week stretch, Lordo, they're talking he could have 40 Brownlow votes at the end of the year. I think his 8-week stretch, if you go back and look at it, the way he's influencing games is as good as captaincy as I've seen.
You agree with that?
Best ever is a massive call.
As good as.
One of the best.
As good as. As good as.
I just want to go through his record. He's played 145 games. He's won 43 games. So that's how bad it's been. I just want to look at... He's never won more than 7 games in a season. And you look at...
Unbelievable.
He's carried...
Look at his numbers, Lordo.
I know. You felt the strain on his brow when he's been frustrated and animated and all those sorts of things. And it's the first time ever that he's already at 6 wins, Hutchie, at round 8, and he's never won more than 7. And Kane, he's also kicked 13 goals. It's the equal most ever in a season. So he's in
If you had to pick the All-Australian captain now, Gawn or Cripps, who would you... I know that's a tough question.
That's a great question. Yeah, I'd go Paddy Cripps. Yeah, I would go Cripps.
They've got some things to tidy up still, the Blues. Fremantle are a yard ahead of them, though, aren't they, in the way that they're going about it?
Yeah, they are. And I want to just go through Hutchie premiers in terms of attack and defence and where they've stood. And so we go back to, Richmond, a bit of an outlier there, where points 4-8, but third in defence. 5th, 4th. So you've got to see where you've got to be. Last year, Melbourne were number 1 for defence. Richmond, 2nd. I want to go through after 8 rounds and look at where our top 8 sits and who's sitting really well. Look at the Brisbane Lions, ranked 1 for points 4, ranked 3rd for points against. Fremantle, the number 1 defence. Melbourne, the 2nd best defence. I think Geelong, I haven't been sold on them, but that's a nice spot to be sitting too, where you're 3rd for attack and 5th. Look at Carlton, concerns there. They're 4th on the ladder, but 7th, 4th and 9th against Kane. So they're a watch, I think, when they get to the strongest teams over the next month.